for a phenomenal professional psychic reading. And I have been doing this over 37 years and work for Keen and Best Psychics Directory, as well as have my own professional private readings, which can be purchased through my website, thecallingoflight.com. And our guest today is Joseph Grick, but we are waiting for him to show up. Hopefully that will be soon. And if it isn't, well, hang in there with me. Just keep calling in, and you will find that I'm a fun person to read with, and we can bond and talk and have a great time. As far as what is going on in the world today, well, I don't know about you, but sometimes I just really get a real tickle out of looking at the news. One thing that I thought was really sad today was a fisherman was killed by a whale moments after rescuing it from his nets. He's a Canadian lobster fisherman who spent more than a decade rescuing whales from nets, and he was tragically killed. Hi, Joseph. Oh, I heard somebody tragically killed just moments after detangling it from its net. And it was just one of those. Remember that animal kingdom guy? I can't remember his name. He used to bring his babies over by the crocodiles, and everybody would have a big fit about it. Well, this guy is kind of one of those guys. That guy was killed by a stingray on some freaky kind of accidental death with on the very animals he was saving. And this guy said, I just have to read it to you because it's so sad. And I love whales, but you know what? If the universe has a plan for us, no matter what, we go. It's just our turn to check out. It said his name was Joe Howlett, and he was 59, and he co-founded the Campobello Whale Rescue Team, and he was performing the rescue in the Gulf of St. Lawrence on Monday when the North Atlantic right whale made an unexpected move that killed him. Though a whale apparently swam away free from the gear, said Jerry Conway, an advisor, and said the whale responded in a way that ultimately killed Joe. Conway did not go into detail about what happened, but said rescuers face many dangers, including getting tangled in rope or being tipped or dragged overboard. And so when you're dealing with a 70-ton whale, that's that's very upset. Shit can happen, so to say. It said that the whale got totally disentangled, and then some kind of freak thing happened, and the whale made a big flip with its tail, and boom, poor Joe was underneath. And he lived and breathed that mission, but thanks to his tireless dedication, he saved dozens of whales over the last 15 minutes from horrible deaths in fishermen's nets and all of that stuff. So we're really thankful for Joe on that one. One of the things also we're having here is a lot of drought. And there's a lot of people that are just kind of going nuts here. The farmers that are into organic farming that have gone back to their genetically pure seeds are probably going to have a tougher time than the farmers that have gone to the genetically engineered seeds because they're the ones that are geared more for drought. However, we're having a lot of problems here with the corn prices going down, farmers freaking out. And this is the craziest thing. I was talking to my favorite greenhouse people. Well, actually, I have two, but these are one. They're called Prairie Peddler. And the guy here in Iowa, if you have a solar wind power put on your field, you can make about $8,000 a year per per wind turbine. So the modern ones, some of these farmers are having 3 or 4 wind turbines put on their land and making, well, 4 times 8,000 a year for just allowing people to put these things on so that the city can have efficient um, electricity or
Okay.
water or whatever. Hey, Joseph, are you there?
Hey, I'm here, but you can't see me because I'm in voice only.
Oh, what happened?
Skype did a number on me. If you have an older Mac and your operating system is at its highest, um, Skype sent me a message when I tried to log on. Out of the blue, it's like 10 minutes before the show, and everything's fine. I use Skype, recently.
Yeah.
It works fine. I go to log in. Oh, I've been targeted because I have an old version of Skype, and it wouldn't let me do anything unless I downloaded the new one.
Oh, darn. And I'm using the old version myself.
Here's what happened. I would not have downloaded this. Now, they asked me if I wanted to before, and I said, no, I don't want it. Because, I didn't want to deal with it. And so, but they forced it on me this time. And what it was is that then of course, I go to use the new Skype, and it's too high for my operating system, meaning I have to get a new computer if I want to ever use Skype, because I'm already maxed out. Yeah, I'm like 10.6 or something, and I have to have 10.9, but I can't have 10.9 running on my current Mac. So they really did a number on me. Real.
Yeah, because I'm using
Actually, Skype. Skype. I hope Skype. Just because this is being recorded, it's going to be on tape forever. So I just want to say thank you very much, Skype. I feel like you stabbed me in the back. Fuck you. So, so anyway, sorry. You can believe that. You can cut that out, Bill, if you want.
Oh, no. No, we won't cut it out because, believe me, there's shows here that use that word every other word.
I do apologize for that. I shouldn't have said that. Actually, I think it sucks what they did, though. It's because it's not fair. Actually, it's not because I feel like it's directed at me or anything, but they do this to a lot of people who really that are now forced to get new computers. And I don't like that method of marketing, because a lot of us, finances are tight, and it's a nasty thing to do.
Exactly.
I could see, I could understand them say we're not going to support the older version, That's fine. I'll deal with that. But then not giving me a choice. And taking it away from me. Like, okay, fine, then you can't use it at all then, unless you upgrade your system and buy a new computer.
I would call them.
Doesn't it seem really?
Call them.
Yeah.
I would talk to somebody
and that's why I said what I did.
I'll bet you there's something
I think it's really
a
deplorable practice that they would do that. Now, Firefox did something similar, but at least I can still use Firefox. But however, I cannot use the new version of Firefox as a search engine because it will not. They have obsoleted me as a user when they.
Oh no!
They have done that with. You have to have the operating system, but of course, if you are maxed out with your operating system, then you're out of luck, and that's very deplorable behavior. And I just think people should know about that because I intend to write to them, and I should have done that instead of saying this on the air,
Well, no, I think
I'm very annoyed because this happened 10 minutes before going on to do your show. Okay.
And there's nothing worse than that feeling
this
of
was part of
panic.
Right. If I had a business over Skype, or was trying to make money over Skype, or something, that would have really screwed me over and just totally killed. People are not. A lot of people are not doing that well that they can just run out and buy a new computer just like that. That is something that you have to kind of work up to. You have to budget for it.
Well, a lot of people can use it right on their smartphone now or their iPads, and
Yes.
but it's really crappy. I mean, everything looks really fisheye lensish to me when I see people using Skype on their iPads and stuff. But I think they're catering to that mentality now.
Right. Well, so I do apologize that I'm not visible, but I'm here, and that's the point. I did make
That's
it.
all that matters,
Despite
Joe.
the obstacles, I am here. And also, we just gave a review of Skype for our listeners. I bet they never thought they'd hear about Skype as a company or as a application when they called into they start to listen to the tarot show. Tarot joy. It's like, oh my gosh.
We'll title the show "Joseph Says F You to Skype."
Well, I should not have said that. I do apologize.
No. Don't worry about it.
I should not have said that. I was just really annoyed, and that's how I get when I'm angry, especially when I feel like it's not just affecting me. I mean, it affects a lot of people.
Oh, it's been affecting people.
So in a way, I feel like I'm speaking for them because I don't think they would have that same opportunity. But I suggest you write, because I'm going to write, and I think that they all should write. And you should know that this is probably going to happen to you if you have a Mac, that your operating system's doing just fine, and you're dealing with everything fine, and then they pull a number like that on you. And it's really a crappy way of doing business. And actually, that does not really help things. It doesn't help things at all. And that's my problem with it. It's just nasty. It really is.
Well, especially when you have people like us that are coming on 10 minutes before a show and don't know that
right.
Their newest, problem like that is it just completely whacks everything out. But
it's just totally nasty, a nasty thing to do. And I want them to know that they're just that behavior, this idea, whoever came up with it, whoever's in charge, that person needs to be fired. Seriously. I mean, if they get a bonus, that is beyond me. It's just like, you're just screwing a whole bunch of people just so you can make a few extra bucks. Because everything was fine before. The program was fine. It's perfectly fine. None of this needed to happen. They're just idiots, I guess. I mean, I don't understand tech. I don't understand what it takes to create such a program. But I can't imagine that it was required that they had to bump off a whole bunch of people. That's what
no, because your video was always better than mine,
Yeah.
So, your Mac and Skype were working great together.
Absolutely, everything was fine, and I don't know why they did this, but frankly, the behavior stinks. And if there was another program, I would rather use that. But I don't think it would be compatible. I mean, it's like you're forced to use the damn thing. If you want to use it, you're forced to use it.
I wonder if what CNN and all those things use when they have their people from other places. I do want to say hello to
might very well
Jan.
Be Skype. I don't know. But if it's a news show, they might have other remotes for this. Some other thing. Maybe I don't know how they would do it. I don't know how they get their location shot. I don't know if I know that they're transmitting something. They're probably bouncing it off a satellite. I don't know if it's through Skype or some other. I don't know. It might be something else because it's professional, but it's hard to say. I'd have to look into it.
I want to say hello to Davina. And Davina has questions. She's from Tuscan. And we have Gwen from Massachusetts. And we have Chris from Tennessee. And Jan from LA. And we encourage anybody else that wants a reading to please just forgive us for not both being on the video today, but you will get an excellent reading from
Yeah, well,
Joseph.
I have to shuffle with one hand because actually,
On a
I have
phone?
a
Are you on a
that
phone?
doesn't accommodate the headset. I'd have to like duct tape the phone to my head.
Poor Joe. You must be having a
Yeah, it's
hell of a
almost like I
time
kind of
today.
like open
Well,
season with the technology because I've had other problems with programs lately doing that. But let's not think about it anymore.
let's
So what's
move
our
on.
first? Who's our first
Okay,
person?
we've got Gwen and from Massachusetts,
Gwen.
number one on the phone
Hi,
line.
Gwen.
Then I'm going to shoot off to Jan from in quick. Then I'm going to go back to the phone line. So let's start out with Gwen. Hello, Gwen. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you, Anne Marie? Hey, Joseph.
Hey, how are you?
I'm sending you some love. I'm sending you some
thank
love,
you.
Joseph.
Sorry about
He
the
needs
rant.
it. He needs
done
it.
that.
He's having a bad day.
I know.
Oh well, that's life.
I know. We all have it. It's yeah. But you're all right.
I always try to be better about using four-letter words. I really do. I really try to avoid that, and I'm kind of embarrassed about actually.
Hey,
So,
this is an adult show. We're adults.
Even on the night shows, like the night, they bleep them out, but they use them all the time now,
yeah,
and it's
but I don't
just,
want to be like
it's
that.
crazy.
I've always believed that what's on the air should be more polite, more refined.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Example,
I agree.
Like the older shows, and I just see this rudeness now on the air, and here I do the same thing now, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that's not normally
I can't
you.
Complain about those shows anymore because I just did the same thing. So.
Yes, but this isn't you, Joe. This isn't you. This isn't your normal talk. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We know. We know it's all good.
Gwen is giving you a reading. Gwen is giving you the advice today, Joe.
Yeah.
I know I am.
No, this is not the Joe show.
Gwen, what can we do for you today?
Well, I'm struggling with something here, and I guess I don't want to struggle with it, and I don't know why I'm struggling with it. I don't know if it has something to do with the full moon passing, but it's in regards to a gentleman that I'm interested in, but I don't think that he's still interested in me. We haven't been on speaking terms, and it's like there's some fear there.
What's his first name, babe?
Initials. Do you know what? I drew up the Eight of Cups just now for your outcome. I could backtrack onto your present and past, but I want to get to the point really fast here. Is that basically the Eight of Cups is saying to you that you will find happiness elsewhere and not with this person. And it says it's time to make some dramatic changes to your life. Give this up and carry on through, and everything will be much better because apparently this person is just not. If you have to chase or worry or wonder that much about them and they're not giving you any, and the cards here say, you know what, you don't need to really waste time on this person because, we're capable of loving more than one person. There's more than one person in this world, and it just depends on how much of an effort you want to make. And it says you'll be better off if you look for your happiness elsewhere and not in this person. I am seeing that at the current time we have the Nine of Cups, and what I'm seeing is it's a wish card, and I do see a wish being granted, a problem being solved, and I do see.
Wow.
I do see. Yeah, this is like something. It should be happening now, okay? I'm seeing that some goals are being achieved now. I do see that, like it's a good time to do, actually, it's a good time to do some. It's a successful time, but and for some reason I'm seeing, but I don't think that this is the reality. Because the outcome of this is really, though, it might be fine for now, but don't make this your destination. Move on from it at some point. This is not the one, but it's okay. It's really cool for now, and it could be really cool for now. And even if he does come around for now, it is not going to be something that's going to last. So you have a choice here. You could enjoy it for a while if it does work out, but it's going to be temporary anyway because you are being encouraged to move on. And, you are being encouraged that you will find happiness someplace else. And I'm seeing, like, in the past here, we have the Page of Pentacles, and this is somebody who is a high-spirited person. I don't know. They depict him as a young man, maybe perhaps not young, but mentally very, very young. Some very, very nice, very friendly, intelligent. Yeah, good, loyal, nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this person, but the cards are pretty much saying it's perfectly fine, enjoy it for what it is if you are enjoying it, but don't expect it and don't demand it to be anything more than what it is right now.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's what the cards say. So I don't know what Anne-Marie's got, but she's pretty good.
So, Gwen, what I have
his name is Alan. His name is Alan.
Everything is happening exactly as it should because, there is somebody else waiting for you on the other side of the stage, so to say, the next life chapter. I believe that one of the things that happened is that you were both there for each other during some discouraging times. I don't know whether one of you was having a divorce or whether there was some kind of upside-down situation going on in one of your lives, maybe both of your lives, but it shows that you were there for each other, and that's exactly what you were supposed to be for each other. But now it says patience will get you nowhere. In other words, there's no reason to sit around and wait for this guy because Joe said someone young, but I have someone fun is coming. And not only fun, but someone that knows how to lighten up, laugh, have a good time, not feel so serious and glum all the time. And also it says that opens up creative opportunity for your life because you've done enough healing. And now it's time for you to have fun.
Yes.
So everything is happening exactly as it should be, and that guy is an old chapter.
Yes. That is so true about the glum. I mean, he's just almost like a stick in the mud.
Right. So now it's time for the guy that's going to be, Joe says young, I say fun, but they're one and the same. Young energy, young, fun energy. Someone that likes to laugh. And you're somebody that likes to laugh. So I think
love it.
You deserve to laugh, girl. You deserve to be happy and bubbly and have someone that can lighten up with you.
Yes, that's true. And there's one, it's interesting because, it's like I'm open and I'm warm and I'm there not just for him, but for most people. I mean, that's just part of who I am. But I'm not stupid about it. And I was actually talking to a coworker, and we were kind of joking because that's what we do. And he made a rude comment. He made a comment, and I ignored the comment. I didn't react to the comment. He made some type of rudeness comment or something. So instead of coming to me and saying, I apologize for what I said, the way in which he communicates with me is through an email that he couldn't figure out whether I was offended by the comment that he made, but he was only kidding.
I have to
And
comment here because I just
okay.
got through reading for somebody today that
Mhm.
was totally upset because
Mhm.
she was sending emails to somebody
Mhm.
who was not
Mhm.
responding back and giving her the silent treatment. And she kept
Mhm.
saying, she kept getting madder and madder and madder and saying, why
Mhm.
aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you,
Mhm.
why aren't you, why can't we find balance in our friendship? And his reading
Mhm.
came out. He was so totally confused because she was saying friend, but she was getting hysterical like a girlfriend, and this guy was married.
Right.
So it was like,
Wow.
so
Wow.
he
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
we're not going to go there. And
Right.
so,
Right. Right.
so anyway,
Right.
I'm just feeling that it's time for you to move on. Okay. Thanks,
Yeah.
Gwen.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
baby. All right. I'm going to go to Jan. Jan is in the message room. Joe, are you back on or not? Okay, Joe, we kind of lost Joe there. Jan is from LA and she says, hi, Anne Marie. The company my husband works for was bought out by a much bigger company last year. Do you see a good outcome for my husband or a raise? All right, Jan. I'm looking at your husband and I have no name for husband. So I'm just going to say husband. And if I look at that, what comes through for husband on your company, new company, and here's what comes through. The company is seen as being much more financially lucrative. They like your husband's honesty. They really see him as a good egg. They also feel that he has great diplomacy and they want to work with him. So, my feeling is that between the fact that this company has more money to work with, and that, of course, to make money, you have to spend money, and it shows that they have it. And they like his honesty, they like his friendship and with people, his connections. So I feel that it will go in great places for your husband. If I look at that real quickly, Jan, yes or no, will he get a raise this year? And what I get says, and I'm doing a 5 card. Um, what it says is that if he does, it may take a little longer than 5 months. We're looking at 6 months. So 6 months would be July, August, September, October, November, December. So it shows that by Christmas time he should be getting a real great raise, and hopefully he'll have a promotion at that time as well. So that's what I have on that. I am going to go to Davina. Davina is in the InQuick, and then I will go back to Chris, who is in the phone room. I'm first going to go with Davina. Davina has been here a while. Um, Joe got disconnected. Hi, Joe. You're
I'm
back,
back
right?
now. Have you noticed I wasn't butting in?
I didn't know if you were there. I didn't hear you.
Oh no, I wasn't even there. I got disconnected as soon as you started to give your part of the reading for Gwen.
Okay.
So I
Then,
didn't hear any of that, and so I
oh,
don't know if we were in sync or not for her.
yeah, it was. But Jan, I did a reading for Jan, and she wanted to know if her husband, who she says, the company my husband works for was bought out by a much bigger company last year. Do you see a good outcome for him or raise? And I saw that December would bring an excellent raise for her husband. Can you maybe
Sure.
do a short one on that? Okay.
Well, let's see.
You sound like you're reading in the cave in the ocean there.
All righty. So actually, Oh. No, actually, it is in sync too. I mean, I do see that, there will be changes, and there will be, you know, dealing with the changes and stuff. But other than that, you know, it's it will be it will be it will be better than the present, time. I do see that the future will be better than the present. So things will, I do see, the Six of Swords is telling me here, showing me that things will eventually work out. And I do see that she's going to, I'm seeing like they're moving. They're going to have to move. It's going to require a possible move or a change of residence or an adjustment. I am seeing that. But other than that, that's like part of it, though. That's life. Whenever there's going to be a change, and that's what you'll have to deal with. But the future is going to be it's a better outlook than anything that's going on today. Yeah.
We have a very complex question from Davina from Tuscan, and Davina, I do want to say we do not do health readings, but this is a very complex question, Joseph, and if you don't want to touch it, I don't blame you.
Well,
she says, my name is Davina from Tuscan. I am 3 months pregnant with my first child. Yesterday, I had blood drawn to see if my baby will have a low-high probability for having Down syndrome. Can you tell me what you see? I have a feeling it will not have Down syndrome, although I will love him either way. It's just weighing heavy on my shoulders and would love to hear your thoughts. Much appreciated, Davina.
Well, I would say before you do the cards, I would alter the question into giving her an outlook of over the next 6 months, 6 to 9 months. She's 3 months pregnant, 4 months pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Give her. I would say we can do a basic reading for her. I'm not sure. I mean, I have to do mine while you're talking because I can only shuffle. I just put the phone down so I could shuffle. I don't have a
Okay, all right, I'll go first.
It's a handheld phone. It's one of these things where it's just kind of wonky and it's not designed for this. And actually, my other phone that had the headset plug, it doesn't work anymore. So I wasn't prepared for the
I know,
we're going to work around it. But this is our way of working around it.
I'm going to go first then.
So
all right.
I would say we can give that kind of a reading, but we cannot predict the health of that. That is beyond that's hidden from us. And anything that we say is not going to be helpful at all regarding the health of the child and a person's health. That's why we don't touch those questions. That is something that, we don't touch. But we can give a general reading, and that could tell us about what might happen in terms of what we have coming. It might shed some light on.
Davina, what I'm going to do, instead of looking at whether it's Down syndrome, I believe every child has their own talents, their own gifts, and their own beautiful spirit. So what I'm going to do is look at the spirit and the gifts that I see your child has. And I'll stick close to what Joseph says in that I'm not going to touch the health part of it. So Davina, here is what comes up on the gifts or the spirit qualities of your child in 6 months' time. I show a very focused child. And by focused, it says your child has a very logical mind to make very smart and effective decisions in their life. I keep wanting to say his life, but I don't know if it is a his. I'm also shown that your child is going to be an opportunist, meaning that no matter what obstacles are presented before your child, that child is going to be ready to take advantage of being able to excel and climb over any of the obstacles presented. I'm also shown that your child is warm. I'm shown that your child is the opposite of stuck up. Your child is seen as very fun and laughter, and I see a warmth about your child. I show your child is very, very sensitive, ultra sensitive. And lastly, I see your child is very honest, maybe brutally honest at times, but I think because your child will be so sensitive, it'll be easy for your child to be in the shoes of the person that I keep wanting to say he, but I don't know if it's he. But it says, first of all, very focused, logical minded, great opportunist in the fact that your child will be able to surmount and climb over any obstacles presented. Your child has a warm and loving and bubbly personality. Your child is very sensitive and your child is very honest. So that's what I see. What do you have, Joseph?
Well, I did a general reading.
Okay.
That's what I did, and I thought about what you were saying, and I thought about Davina while I shuffled, and I thought, well, what's in store for Davina over the next 9 months or a year? Let's because we don't go much further than that anyway. And actually, I do see that I'm pulling up the end card first, and I do see that she has peace of mind that's coming to her from making a correct decision by following her instincts, and putting aside herself and her own interests. I do see that because of the sacrifice of personal interest, I do see her making a very good and wise decision based on her feelings, and not trying to control anything, or people, just going with the gut feeling. And I do see her making a correct decision and getting great peace of mind from her decision. So that's a good outcome, I think. I think that's pretty positive. And it comes after a confusion. There's always like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, I'm so worried. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? This is what I really feel. This is what I truly feel. And that's what she's going to go with, and she's going to have peace of mind from it. Beyond that, I don't know how the peace of mind comes, or what exactly is the situation that brings the peace of mind, but it will be something that she decided, and it will be actually the best decision that the cards say. And see, that's the Hanged Man. That was the Hanged Man card, and that is what this card is telling me regarding her situation. And at the present time, of course, it's all very obvious. I'm seeing that she's being advised that, like, not to take any shortcuts with things, avoid temporary fixes to her situation, like really think about the long term, and for some reason it's the pentacles and they're upside down, and it's more like a caution about monetary things. Like, what she needs, for some reason she's being advised to really watch out for like high risk projects, like stuff like a get rich quick scheme or something where she's got to put up money. It's just like, this is just like popping out like right now at the present day. It's like whatever it's like if she's going to be involved in any sort of investments that are monetary, it's like this is going to be coming up as an opportunity, but be warned that she should do some research. And anything that won't tell you exactly what it's about until you sign up and give money to it is something you probably shouldn't get involved with. Okay, 'cause I am seeing in the past that there was something that she got ripped off before.
Okay.
So, or always had that potential to be ripped off, and finally she's going to get ripped off or about to be. So she needs to investigate really, and to try to be sensible and logical, and to discuss it with some close friends that are not involved with it before.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So that's really how I did it, and so I do see things working out, and I do see her doing the right things, and I see her having a peace of mind from her decision, being it will be correct, whatever it may be, it will be correct, and it will come from her gut feeling.
That sounds very good. We have remember Chris. Chris is from Tennessee, and Chris,
Hi, Chris.
wants a reading, and he hasn't had a reading here for a while. And then we'll go to Sandy. Chris, hello. How are you today?
How you girls doing?
Doing great. How's Mr. Chris today?
I'm doing good. I got three questions. I got three questions. 2 questions.
Okay. Well, all right. 2 questions.
Really? Well, what is the first one though? Just
I'm staying with the dude. I stay with. I just want to know who I'm dealing with soon. I'm moving soon. I don't know who I'm dealing with. I don't know who I'm going to be living with.
Who are you going to be living with?
Soon. I just want to know. I'm going through all our time, and I just want to ask who I'm dealing with soon. I hope it's a good person, good place.
Okay.
Okay. Joe?
I'm going to let you go first because I have to lay this down.
Well, I can't give you a name. But you want to know, and let me get this correct, Chris. You want to know if you will be moving soon and if you will be living with someone that's good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, babe. First of all, it says that there is an empowering friendship coming into your life. Somebody that will be kind and good, and somebody that seems to have a nice attitude. But I don't see a move right away. I'm showing it might be. I'm not sure. Were you told that you were going to be moving soon, Chris?
Yeah, I was a state, and they told me when I was meeting with somebody, but I really don't know my cousin. I don't know what happened. I don't know how long it's going to happen.
So you want to know if you'll be living with your cousin then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's your cousin's first name?
King.
Okay. Joe, you want to look at that?
Yeah. I would say that it's probably somebody that you can get along with if you tried, and it doesn't have to be as bad as you imagine it might be. Because I have a feeling that you might be with somebody that you might not really would prefer not to be. I mean, not like they're bad or anything, but you might feel like maybe you'll have less freedom or something, and it'll be something that you probably won't like very much, or kind of icky, like crap, But it doesn't have to be that way. You just have to really take a breath and realize that that you will have a place. You know what I'm saying? And that you will be okay. But you really, you don't have to be don't make yourself unhappy by worrying so much, and don't don't take it to heart so much. You can get along with everybody, really. And actually, what it is, the biggest problem that you have, Chris, is that it's your pride. And it's just that when you're hurt, it's very difficult for you. You know, you could actually make your own problems worse by being hurt and putting you into a mood that creates energy that just makes things not work. And the thing is, you really should try to clear your mind and take a breath and realize that things are really not so bad, not as bad, and they will not stay. You know, things keep changing all the time. So don't do that to yourself. And if you stop doing that to yourself, you'll notice that things will be better. And I see the outcome being better from you realizing that, you know, it's really not as bad as you imagined it would be, and that you do have some control over this. That's what the point the card is making. A lot of this will depend upon your attitude. That's very important. And then once you realize that, and just even having this in your head by me telling you this is going to help. This is going to make the situation where you end up is going to make it better. And you have to realize that, taking some action taking some positive actions in your life will work out much better than being worried or getting upset and reacting badly or, immediately reacting too fast without giving it a thought. All those things, you don't need to do that to yourself. So I think if you relax and start to try to appreciate the things, the good things that are around you, because sometimes I know it's hard to see it, but they are there. So I see it working, and like I said, it depends on your attitude. It's very important. Anne Marie, what do you think?
Chris, I don't see you moving in with your cousin. I hope that if that's something you want, that you will be able to, but I'm not shown that. I'm also shown that there is a sense that you maybe where you're staying right now until late autumn, and that there seems to be some delay, something holding things up, and I believe that when you do finally move somewhere else, it's going to be with a better person, and things are going to be good. But I would really be listen to Joe, because I think that there you'll be where you're at.
I'm sorry, I have to cut in. It's just that I just had a glimpse at the past. I do see that it's like you've been a martyr. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you've just been taking stuff, or but you cannot remain a victim, and you cannot remain a martyr anymore. And you have to take action in your attitude, and because you have to. It draws bad energy because if you're going to be a victim, and if people see you as a victim, you're going to meet up with dishonest people. You know what I mean? And they're just
people will take advantage of it.
So you have to stop doing that, and that's what I mean. Your attitude. And I'm sorry to cut in. Go on, Anne Marie.
Well, we have 5 minutes left. Chris, I'm just going to say, take a deep breath, honey bunny. You're going to be there, I believe, a little longer than you had been told or thought you would. And my feeling is kind of listen to Joe and just try to see the best possible way you can. I think by not jumping into something too soon, it's actually better, because I don't see your cousin there for you, but I believe there's going to be something better for you, but it's more about late autumn that I see it. And it'll be Better.
Where have my powers?
Hmm?
I said, where have my which powers? Where help with that? Where help with that?
Will they help with it?
Well,
And
I'm just thinking
power?
you're being
I want
encouraged
to understand about it.
independence to, is that when we say stop being a victim, is just that what the problem is that you have come to don't rely on others anymore. You have to start. You're being because what happens is that, like I said, people see you as being dependent in some way, or a victim in some way, or someone that they can push around, and apparently even have this situation where you don't know where you're going to be next. It is possibly a good time to start building for your own independence in some way, to try to gain some kind of independence and to regain some kind of control over so you can make your own choices and not be reliant upon somebody else to make your choices.
Joseph, I'm saying, you see finding any kind of girlfriend or something? Girlfriend?
A girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you said? Oh, well, if you do, it's going to be in autumn. If you do, it'll be in the late autumn.
Not this summer, but probably like September or November.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chris, we have to go because we got one person we have to do real quick. Okay.
Okay, so thank you, guys.
Okay, have a good one, Chris. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Take care now.
Sandy. We have Sandy. Sandy, please, I'm sorry, we have 3 minutes. Could you give us the question, and I'll let Joe answer it as quick as he can in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Last time I talked to you guys was May 10th, and you guys were wonderful, and I keep going back to what you said. So I wanted to ask, am I on the right road now that I'm getting better? After you guys talked to me, I started driving again. And I can't thank you both enough. It was both of you that I spoke to, and you both
thank you.
Much for me. I wrote down what you guys said. I went back to the archives, wrote it down. And whenever I felt myself slipping, I reread the words, and you guys got me through. And I want to thank you for that. And I just want to make sure I'm on the right road, and does God have a purpose for me? I mean, I feel like I woke up from a bad dream, and I'm rebuilding my life. You know? Is there anything there?
Joe,
but if you don't have time, just saying thank you to you was enough for me tonight.
I pulled up the chariot, which shows that she is in a forward moving motion, and that is a good thing. And because if it was upside down or something, that would mean like she should be moving and she ain't.
And you know what? I pulled up opportunity. So opportunity and movement are the same thing. It says this is a time, just to take advantage of the opportunities presented to you because you're on forward motion, Sandy, and opportunities are going to come.
Forth.
Yeah.
So I am on the right path, and I just keep stronger. I'm rebuilding my body, and I just keep getting stronger, and I'll get there, I guess. That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, well, actually, if I found myself on a path where I was suddenly feeling so much better, I would say that's the one.
Yeah.
And look at the cards here.
Once you have angels around you, a quick question. You told me I have 3 angels around me. Will those 3 angels always be the angels that stay around you?
No, because I believe that different angels change posts in our lives depending on our depending on the changes in our own life. And if I look at real quick the angel around you, I have 50 seconds. The angel, it says, Archangel Jophiel, clear your space. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. This is time to clear that crap around your self and around your heart and mind, and you're good to go. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Very much, and again, thank you both. I can't tell you how much you helped me, both of you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful...
All right. Joseph, see you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie Odell at Achieve Radio's Tarot Joy. Come on upstairs. Grab yourself a tapestry pillow and get a down-home, honest reading with 30